Hi guys, and welcome to this quick flow that'll help you feel energized and get you ready for your day. Let's get started. We'll all start in child's pose. So knees apart, big toes together, drop the hips back, let your forehead fall to the floor, and breathe into your belly. Take a couple of deep breaths here to get centered before we start. And then come up onto all fours, and we're going to do a couple of cat-cows. So inhale, look up, dropping the belly. Exhaling, rounding the spine, looking down. Do a few at your own pace, really awakening the spine. After your next one, come back to neutral, tuck the toes, send yourself back into downward dog. This is the first one of the class, so walk the dog, wiggle the hips, whatever you need to get comfortable here. Then slowly walk your hands to the front of your mat and take a ragdoll. Grab either elbows, let the head fall, and just nod back and forth, swing. Just let everything hang loose. Then one vertebrae at a time, come all the way up to mountain pose. Inhale your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back into high plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Inhale your right leg up to the sky and bend the knee, bring it forward in between your hands. Position the back foot at a 45-degree angle and pop up into warrior one. Sink in here. Make sure you're breathing. Then open up to warrior two. Reposition the back foot to a 90-degree angle and let your gaze fall over your right hand. Bend into it a little deeper, but don't let your knee come over your ankle. Next, drop your right elbow to your right knee and let your left hand come over top into a side angle pose. If you feel that you need a deeper stretch, you can let your hand fall down to the floor into a deeper stretch on the side body. If this is too much for you, keep the elbow on the knee. Then bounce back up to warrior two, take a few breaths, and then cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step back into high plank, low plank chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out. We'll switch sides. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. And bend at the knee, bringing it in between your hands. Again, position the back foot at 45-degree angle and bounce up into warrior one. Adjust as you need. Make sure that your shoulders are falling away from your ears. And open up to warrior two. The back foot is at 90 degrees and your gaze is over your left hand. Sink a little deeper if you can and breathe here. Bring the left elbow down to the left knee, and your right arm comes up overhead. Your gaze can be up, or it can be looking down, wherever you choose. Again, for a deeper stretch, you can let the hand fall off the knee, down and on the ground. Stay wherever's comfortable for you, and always know that you can work up to different points. But listen to your body. Come on up into Warrior 2 and take a few deep breaths here before coming back down to the mat into high plank, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Take a few deep breaths here to get recentered. Then bend the right knee and bring the feet in between the hands. Let your back knee drop for a low lunge. You can leave your hands on the ground, or if you feel like it, you can bring them up to sit on the knee. Another variation is to inhale them up and go into a slight back bend. Stay wherever's comfortable for you. Then bring your hands back to the ground. Tuck the back toes. Let the front foot meet the back and walk it out. This time the left knee comes forward and positions the foot in between the hands. The back knee drops down for a low lunge on the left side. And position your hands wherever you feel comfortable. Remember to breathe. Release your hands back down to the mat. Tuck the back toes. Step back into a plank. If you're getting tired, you can drop the knees. If not, stay up into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Next, start walking up to the front of your mat. We're going to come into a forward fold. You can there's two options here. You can either take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toes and come into a forward fold, or come into gorilla pose, and that is walking your hands underneath your feet and just enjoying the extra stretch. Bend the knees if you have to. There should be a slight bend. Then release the hands, walk out the feet, and slowly come on up. Shake out the legs. We're going to ground down the right foot and place the left foot either on the inside of the thigh, shin, or ankle, wherever feels comfortable, and set up for tree pose. Bring the hands to heart center and breathe. Fix your gaze on something that'll help you balance. Release back down to the ground. Shake out the right leg and ground down the left leg this time. And pick where your right foot is going to sit. It might be different this time. It might not go as high, or you might be able to go a little bit deeper with it. Wherever it is, it's perfectly fine. and then bring the hands to heart center. Again, fix your gaze on a point in the room to help you balance. Release your foot back down, shake out the left leg, and place your feet about a little bit further than shoulder width distance apart. Inhale all the way up and exhale coming all the way down into your yogi squat. You can do a little bit of playing here. You can come up onto your tippy toes or you can stay flat-footed, whatever's comfortable. And bring the hands to prayer and push into your knees a little bit. And try and sit as straight as you can. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Then slowly come out of your yogi squat and come to seated. With bent knees, slowly let your spine roll down onto the floor. And we'll set up for waterfall pose. Bring your legs together up into the sky. You can flex your feet and hold. Your knees can be bent if they need to be. Do whatever's comfortable. From here, you can go into shoulder stand. In shoulder stand, you can bicycle out the legs, or scissor kick, or just stay neutral. You can flex and point the feet, just play around a little bit, and just hold the pose. Ensure that you're breathing. Then slowly come on down to the mat. Releasing the legs out for just a moment. And then grab the outer sides of your feet coming into happy baby pose. You can rock along the spine, go side to side, straighten and bend the knees. Just play a little bit in here and come back to neutral. And just hold the pose. Breathe into the belly. Release the feet back down to the mat. And bend your right knee, bringing it into your armpit. And then sending it over to the left side. Your right arm is going to extend out and your gaze will follow over it for a nice supine twist. Just feel how good this feels. Release the leg back down and we'll switch sides, bringing the left knee into the left armpit and then sending it over to the right side. Your left arm extends out and your gaze falls over your left arm. for a nice twist in the spine for the left supine twist. And release. Come on back to laying on your back. And we'll go into Shavasana. Let the feet fall apart, your arms come beside you, and let your head melt into the mat. And breathe into the belly, and just be still. Then bring awareness back into the toes and the feet and slowly roll onto one side. Just take a moment here, breathe, and when you're ready, we'll come into seated. But only when you feel ready. Once in seated, just take a deep breath, lift the arms overhead, exhale, bring it into heart center, and namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this energetic flow. I hope you have a great day.